Hey, it's Heather, your certified high performance coach. I'm here to give you the tools, the habits, the skills that you need so that you can improve your well being and the relationships around you so that you too can be a high performer. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 tips on how you can be successful with high performance habits. And we're going to be focusing on the habit specifically of energy. I love talking about the high performance habit of energy because energy has this whole trickle effect around it. When you have good energy, you tend to be in a better mood. And when you're in a good mood, you are able to communicate better. People will like to be around you more. And when you have this group, this community, this tribe around you, that is who helps to uplift you and support you through challenging times, through great times. And having this community, it just leads to better life satisfaction. Now, word of caution, the same is true if we play this trickle effect in the opposite direction of not having enough energy. So when you don't have enough energy, you tend to not be in as good of a mood, don't communicate as well, and then we actually tarnish the relationships that are closest to us instead of enhancing and improving them. And when you are tarnishing these relationships and constantly burning bridges with people because you don't have the energy to deal with them and their problems, well, that creates the trickle effect of not having that community, that support around you, which makes you feel alone. And sometimes we get stuck in that famous saying of, oh, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Well, that doesn't really help us much either. When my husband and I bought our house, we were so excited to have ownership of something that we wanted to do a little home improvement thing. So we decided to do an update on the bathrooms. Now, in our house, we have 3 bathrooms. So we decided for sake of ease, we would just do everything the same. All the cabinets the same, all the floors the same, the towel hooks and wall fixings, we'll just keep them all the same. We worked morning to night, probably averaging about 10 to 14-hour days each day for 10 days in a row. Now, at the end of it, we had 3 beautifully redone bathrooms in a fairly short amount of time. 2 people, 10 days, 3 bathrooms. That's not bad. The problem was that it took us days, probably even at least a week to recover. And let me tell you, we did not touch a home improvement project for at least 6 months. Knowing what I know now, I would have done things so differently. So here's 3 tips on how you can be successful with high performance habits so that you don't make the same mistake that I did. Tip number 1 came from one of my favorite people, Aleana Kali with Brands Are Alive. Be sure to check her out. She is amazing. She taught me that the trick to having more energy is to actually have less on your plate. This means that we really need to prioritize things and not overloading ourselves, which leads us to tip number 2. Jim Collins tells us that if you have more than 3 priorities, you have none. What he's saying here is that not everything can be at the top of the list. Not everything can be your number 1 priority. So figure out what is in that number 1 priority space and then work backwards from there, no more than 3. And the third and final tip is to take breaks. Don't do what I did where I just powered through and tried to get it all done at once. Instead, take breaks throughout the day. Take breaks throughout the project. It's actually better when we step away from something so that our brains, our body can recalibrate. Just like when we sleep at night, that is our time for rest and digest. So same is true for the day, and during a project time specifically, make sure you're getting those breaks in. Let's do a recap with these 3 tips on how you can be successful with high performance habits. 1, the key to having more energy is to have less on your plate. 2, if you have more than 3 priorities, you have none. And 3, take breaks. I hope you got some good tips and takeaways on how you can be a high performer. Thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow me for more, and I'll see you next time.